Dexter Morgan's life doesn't begin with dreams of success, family, or a future worth building. It begins inside a rusted-out shipping container, surrounded by the drying pools of his mother's blood, where he spent days alone as a toddler, crying out for help that would never come. By the time someone finally found him, it was already too late. The part of him that was supposed to connect with the world, to trust it, to love it, had already been carved out of him by something deeper than trauma. It wasn't just that Dexter saw death, it was that death became a part of him before he ever understood what life was supposed to be. When Harry Morgan, the cop who rescued him, realized the boy he had taken home was not like other children, he didn't dare hope that love or therapy could heal what had been broken. Instead, he noticed the chilling signs early: the absence of fear, the fascination with death, the way Dexter seemed more curious about dead animals than he was disturbed by them. It wasn't normal, and it wasn't going away. So Harry, desperate to find a way to protect Dexter from himself and protect the world from Dexter, created something nobody had ever tried before. Not a cure, but a set of rules, a code. The code of Harry wasn't about teaching Dexter to be good. It was about teaching him how to channel the hunger inside him in a way that wouldn't destroy him completely. Kill only those who deserve it. Find the people who prey on others, the ones the justice system misses or ignores. Hide who you really are. Never get caught. Smile. Fit in. Learn to wear the human mask so well that nobody would ever think to look underneath it. To everyone else, it sounded like wisdom. To Dexter, it was a life sentence. Because no matter how well he played the part of a normal man, the loving boyfriend, the goofy co-worker, the reliable brother, it was all performance, exhausting and endless. Every conversation was a script to memorize. Every interaction was a calculation: when to laugh, when to comfort, when to nod solemnly at the right moment. The simple things that most people do without thinking: falling in love, trusting a friend, feeling joy at a child's laugh. Dexter had to fake all of it every single day without letting the mask slip for even a second. And yet, what made it truly unbearable wasn't just the effort of pretending. It was knowing that people wanted so badly to believe in him. Rita, sweet and forgiving, loved him for the gentle man he presented to her. Deborah, fierce and loyal, trusted him with her life. Even his colleagues at Miami Metro, who worked every day surrounded by blood and death, still saw Dexter as the harmless blood spatter geek who made jokes about donuts and always kept his head down. They all loved the mask. They needed the mask. And Dexter knew deep down that if they ever caught even the slightest glimpse of the real thing underneath, the man hiding behind it all, they wouldn't just turn away from him, they would run. And no matter how carefully he followed the code, the walls around his secret life were always slowly closing in. James Dokes never fell for the act. From the first moment they met, Dokes could see something was wrong, something unnatural behind Dexter's polite smiles and dead eyes. Miguel Prado, a district attorney and supposed pillar of the community, not only discovered Dexter's secret, but wanted to join him, dragging Dexter even deeper into a world where the lines between justice and murder blurred until they were almost indistinguishable. Joey Quinn, with his gut-level suspicions, went so far as to hire Stan Liddy, who managed to catch Dexter and Lumen red-handed, disposing of bodies like it was just another chore. Each time Dexter narrowly escaped exposure, it cost him a little more of the life he had built, and sometimes it cost the people he loved. Trinity didn't just kill Rita because he was evil. He found her because Dexter had brought the monster too close to his family. He thought he could keep his two worlds separate: the loving husband, the ruthless killer. But monsters have a way of bleeding into everything, and it was Rita, not Dexter, who paid the price for his arrogance. And after Rita, it became harder for Dexter to believe in the fantasy he had built. His relationship with Lumen, who had seen his darkness and accepted it, offered a brief, shining moment where Dexter thought he might actually find someone who understood, someone who wouldn't flinch when faced with the truth. But even that slipped away, because deep down, Dexter knew that his darkness wasn't something he could share. It was a burden he would always have to carry alone, no matter how badly he wished otherwise. Even when Dexter tried to start fresh, to build a life with Hannah, to give Harrison the stable, loving family he never had, the ghosts of his past refused to let go. Every lie Dexter told, every crime he committed to hide who he was, came back around eventually. His sister, Deborah, the person he loved more purely than anyone else, discovered the truth in the most devastating way possible by walking in on him as he plunged a knife into Travis Marshall. In that moment, everything between them shattered. The one person who had always defended Dexter, even when she didn't fully understand him, finally saw him for what he was, and it destroyed both of them. Even Dexter's final kill, that of Oliver Saxon, left cracks too big to cover up. It was too clean, too convenient, and the people around him, Batista, Quinn, even Matthews, had to know that something didn't add up. But after everything they had lost, maybe they simply chose to look the other way. Maybe they understood that exposing Dexter would only tear apart what little they had left. Or maybe they simply couldn't face the idea that the monster they had been hunting for years had been standing right beside them the entire time. In the end, it wasn't the threat of getting caught that broke Dexter. It was the realization that no matter how hard he tried to build a life, no matter how much he wanted to be more than the darkness inside him, he would never truly belong to the world he'd spent so long pretending to be part of. Every relationship he built, every connection he formed, was doomed from the start, a ticking time bomb, just waiting for the moment the truth would tear it apart. Being Dexter Morgan means living a life where love is a liability, trust is a weapon pointed at your own heart, and every step forward is taken knowing that sooner or later, everything you build will be swallowed by the monster you can never escape. No matter how carefully you follow the code, no matter how much you try to change, at the end of the day, you are still what you are. And the worst part is, you know it. You always know it. If you enjoyed diving into Dexter's world with me, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more than you know. Stick around for more videos just like this.